Before we jump into that, got the usual risk disclosure. This talk is intended for educational purposes only. It reflects our opinions and is based on our best judgment, but no warranty is given or implied as to their accuracy. Past performance does not guarantee future performance, and no investment or trading advice whatsoever is implied by our commentary, coverage, or charts. Looking at SPY here, just really quickly, blue arrow on the screen depicts where our last session was. So 2 weeks ago on the 9th, March 9th, would be after the close of this candle here. Now, as you can see, been pretty much sideways for about 2 weeks. We did make a new high in SPY, but really failing to see significant follow through on that. Still holding the 21 MA, it's covered up by this box, and then the 50 MA right below. But overall, it's been pretty slow sideways action. And I had made a comment, I'm sure most of you saw it in the think tank, about, really staying alive in these market environments. Another key is going to be, to trade the market that is actually in front of you, not the one that you want to see. We just came out of a market that was extremely hot, a lot of hype stocks, including the EVs, all the SPACs, the short squeeze, crazy things, the GME, AMC, things like that. That is not the norm, right? And so you have to understand that, looking for that kind of like, if you are able to capitalize on that opportunity, that's amazing. But that's not like our bread and butter. That's not what we are looking for, day in, day out, week in, week out. And so if you're relying on those types of moves to survive as a trader, then you have to look into doing something different.
Right.
The other thing I did want to touch on here was, even with SPY in the range, one other thing to keep an eye on is the small caps. Saw a bit of selling today. So this is likely what is impacting our breadth measurements here. One thing I found interesting, I was just looking at this. We've got a line chart of SPY up top, ADL below. Now, when SPY had made that new high on March 17th, the advanced decliners line failed to make a new high, which suggests that the move is not being backed by the overall market. And so I did not see that at the time because I wasn't looking at this, but I just noticed it right now. And so that can kind of give you, some signs, maybe a red flag as to what is to come and what's happening with the market. So just something to keep an eye on in terms of internals. That's about all I've got here, Mario, if you want to go ahead and take it away.
Sure.
Let me make you host. And you should be good now.
Yeah, please take it back.
Yes, sir.
So just going over what Kyle just said is like about the processes, right? If you need a stock to be in a stock that moves, if you need a stock to move like 10-15% in a day for you to make your target, your daily goal or something, then you need to really review your process, your goals, and your trading strategy and your playbook. Because it shouldn't be, that's not the norm. I mean, I wish I can get a 10% mover every day, but then that's going to be really hard, to be honest. Even with all the research that we do and everything, you're going to miss it. You're going to probably screw up your entry. So it's not going to be the best. So, like I said, if I get a 2-3% mover intraday, that's perfect. That should hit it. That should do it for me. Right. So let's start with the cues. And following what we just did with the SPY, this is March 9. So we had the massive reversal, to put it some way right here. We talk about this, what the hammer represents, and we were talking about the 305 from here that I still got it right here, so you can see it. The 305, 320. So guess where we closed today, or where were we? What were we fighting today? The 320. Right? So it's amazing. I mean, we haven't done much. I understand the moves. These moves are actually substantial, especially when they come from top of the range. So we form a bottom right here. We went through here and we traded this level, right? This made like for a couple, like 2-3 days, pretty nice trading days into 324. So not much to say. We have this. When was this? That was Friday, right? So on Friday you have a retest of 310. Some of us bought, some of us shorted. Whatever you did, you have to make a decision at that point in time, right? I think, did you, Kyle, mention something about head and
Inverse head and
shoulders?
shoulders.
Yeah, right. I don't talk about that. I don't like it, but it's a good reference point. So basically, this is a shoulder, this is a head, and this is a shoulder. So break of the neckline should go, and it should go 338. So we're looking at how we traded that 324. So at that point in time on Friday, you have to make a decision right here if you think that we're going to continue shorting or going down, or if you think we may have a good bounce. And then you go to your market stocks, right? The usual. So that's what I was just talking about, like you having a system and you knowing what structure is, so you can pretty much go and try to find the stock that looks like the market if you want to trade the market, right? When I say a market stock, that means something that is doing like the market, right? A lot of the stocks are inside the market, inside the queues, because the queue is like 100 companies or something like that, the queues, right? And this S&P is 500 companies. So I understand they're in the market, but that doesn't mean they're the market, right? They have to be acting like it. Or you do relative strength or relative weakness. So you want something that is stronger than the market for the day when you think the market may go. It's just not as easy as you saying, oh, this is a market stock because it's in the index, right? So let's go ahead. And what's the call for this week? I'm pretty sure you can all see it. So we're gonna start. I mean, we're gonna continue working with the 310 right there. You see it. So the Qs. I think this is the same levels that we posted this morning. So we got the 312, 310, and then we got the 324, 325. Nothing new. Those are the two blue lines right here. 324. Give it like the real break. We talk about this too, right? I think we have been doing a good job just explaining to you guys that the fact that we just went under 310 by 50 cents is not a break, right? It's not a break. I mean, if you break 50 cents in a stock that is $2, that's a break. But if it's at 310 and you broke by 50 cents, unless you see massive volume and you see a pattern, make sure you have confirmation. Eventually it's going to go, but sometimes you're just better off buying the 310 and sell it at 320. Okay. So 310, we have a 310 right there. Call it 310, 309.50, whatever you want to call it. And then we have the 324. What I'm looking is like the cleaner pattern is going to be, of course, the break. If we got up tomorrow, we go, that would be amazing. Whatever, that would be so clean. Or we continue trading here sideways. Where are we? Let's go to the weekly. The weekly chart is showing us that we were trying, right? This is the reason why I'm still a little bit more bullish than betting on the bear side, right? Because what we have, you heard me talk before, you have the pullback, you have the massive rally, you have the pullback right here again. We were a little bit extended right here at, I'm going to show it again, 2 ATRs, right? I'm sorry, two standard deviations. That's a Bollinger Band. So we just pulled back, which is pretty normal. That's a normal move for stocks to make, and indexes to make it to 21 moving average. We overshoot to the downside. We started and that hold, right? So what I was looking is like for this actually to continue. That's the 324. So I'm looking for this sort of continuation to the bull side. It's not as strong as we want it to be. Reason being here is very clear, right? We have a lot of tails. So at that point, it's too hard to call if there's going to be sellers right here. So we know there's sellers. So people are actually selling the 324. So every time we approach the 324, you know what's going to happen, right? So that's what makes it so hard, that every time we approach this level, it's going to be sold off. It's going to be sold off. It's going to be sold off. So we're going to continue, to be honest, right? Like right here for me, the higher odds trades is just continue trading the range. So I'm going to call it a range trading. And that includes the fact that I will trade over 324 as a breakout play, meaning out of the range, or under 310 as a breakdown play, meaning out of the range. Okay, so that's the cues. And let's do market stocks first. So let's go check one of our favorites, It's not Apple, but let's take a look at that one. So what we were trying to do with Apple, and this is one of the reasons why we went with it, right? This is a market. This is a point of control. So we have it like right there. So no surprise, that was a good day to trade it, right? We tried to trade it today. At least I did because I was thinking, okay, the market goes, this can go 125. But if we gonna be strict with this one, it's not really a trade. This is my real trade in Apple. I think it's gonna be once we clear the 129. So for Apple, I'm just gonna keep it over 128, and I'm gonna look at 120. So Apple is in a range between 120 and 128, right? That's like the big one, right? I don't want to get too into the detail because then, oh, what do I do tomorrow if it goes over 123? Which play the scalping side. No big deal. You know the levels, so you should be 123. If it gives you good volume and everything, we give you probably give you an entry right here. So it could be 124 for 128. But you know, let's try to cover as much as we can with a bigger time frame, right? So this is where we are, right? I want it over 128, and that's Apple. Let's do Amazon. Let's do the fangs then. That's the Amazon. And what are we doing with Amazon? If you take a look at the sideways, it's just sideways, you know, the daily. Let's see if we can find some levels, like good levels. Look what's going on right here, guys. The 50 is about to break the 200. They're catching up. This is not good when we break, so I don't want to be too aggressive. However, if we go over 3,200 now, that's an aggressive trade that I want to take, right? I know we have a call for 3,300, but now 32 to 33, that could be decent, right? So I want to trade Amazon. The node that I want is at the daily point of control, which sits at 3,200. So aggressive traders can take a long from there to into 3,300. Once we go over 33, we start trading that sort of range where we are, right? So over the 33 for a, you know, that's a small target right there, 3,400. The one you don't want to miss, of course, the 3,400, 3,450. That's the big trade that we want to be in, right? So that's the Amazon. So not much going on here, nothing surprising right here. And this is the Facebook, which we were waiting, and I think we made a commentary on the last meeting, right? The last meeting was 3.9 right here, right here. What we were looking is like I show you guys 4 months accumulation, right? So these are the moves that I really want to be in. And you guys know that I call it and I call it and I call it and I call it till I get it, right? Because these are the ones like when I see like 3-4 months accumulation and then suddenly we start seeing like increased volume, right? And we start crossing the AMAs. Look at the formation of the 50. It looked like it was gonna come down to the 200. I don't follow that much the MAs, but keeping into in mind because they signify. I know there's like the most basic strategy that you can teach anybody is like buy the MA crossover. Is that what it is? Like when the A
Right.
crosses the 20, well, there it is. That's your trade in Facebook right there, right? The A crosses the 20 and is over the 50 and is over the 200. So that's like the definition of a beginning of an uptrend. So that's what we did. I didn't call it like that because we trade the POC, right? The 280, the 270. So this is a call. This is a cut trade you want to be in, right? Especially if the market's gonna show you like at least I'm gonna test the high of the range. So where's this trade going? We use is that all-time highs? No, we haven't. 305, right? We still haven't break to all-time highs. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly's looking pretty good, right? Now, how do we trade it from here? Well, the easy trade is already done, right? Which is the move. I'm talking about swings, right? So what we're looking for in here is over 300 and just play the momentum. So Facebook is pretty much in an uptrend, new uptrend, and I want to go over 300 and I want to go over 305, right? And those are the first entries. I mean the entries for swing trade coming out of 4 month consolidation, right? So I hope some of you guys got part of that because it's been really good to us. It's been really good to us. We go to Facebook, Amazon, Facebook, Fang,
Netflix.
FN, yeah. I totally forget what was the end in Netflix in fact. So this one's another one that we've been looking very closely. Why? Because we did broke the point of control and then reverse it, right? And then we started seeing things that we like the 200 holding. We tested the 200. We tested the point of control. Now we go right here. So this couple of days they give us like that was a Friday and yesterday, pretty good trades. Opportunities today was a little bit harder. Why? Because now we're trading into out of the range right here. So not a chase, but you will need the market with you, right? It's not as good. What do we like from here? We like that we have higher than average volume today. So it's sort of a confirmation that we may continue higher. So for Netflix, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go into my longer term charts and let's see if we can find a reason to stay in the trade. This is the biggest one. Let me see the monthly again. And yeah, the monthly looks great. Sorry, just went back to the daily. So this is the monthly, right? This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to buy around this zone. So we have the move. We have, my God, that's 8 months. 8 months of sideways consolidation. We're coming into earnings on 420. So that's like a month from now. And what we're thinking, or what I'm thinking, is we should go over the 600 mark. Like at any point in time, we just go 648. That's the target, right? Here's the thing we got, right? There's some sellers sitting right here, or some resistance. So you see my actual, not momentum, but more of a structured long will be over 550. That's what I want to see for tomorrow. I'm still working with the 520, right, which is the shorter terms, right? I'm still trying to catch 520. What am I talking about? That's the low. That was in case we pull back today. So that was the idea that I have in case we sold off today. I was willing to pick it at 520. It didn't happen. So what I'm looking is the 550, 555, and then we go into 600. So for Netflix, I want to play the momentum, 550, 555 into 600, and then 650. Okay, and that's fine. Google. I think Google looks pretty good. Still there. 2 months, right? We have a massive accumulation for a couple months too. You see the accumulation right there. 3 months. We have the move. This is a P formation. So P formation over the highs is a long, right? What I try to do is I like to see if we have a balancing month or a balancing formation, like a D formation right here. That's what we have right here. So basically we're doing nothing. This is what we call a base. It's the same thing. You don't need to learn this or understand this, as long as you see in at least one of the charts that we're going through a base. So in this case, on a daily chart, if you put enough days, you should be able to see it like, okay, we went up, sideways, dead sideways. You see my trigger right here is 2120. That's where I want to get it. If you guys play SR support resistance things, it's not crazy to buy some Google at the 2000 level just because it's a key level, whatever. So if you want to accumulate, the other thing I like is like we're going through a low volatility period time. So this is shown by the TTM squeeze. That's John Carter's indicator. The squeeze indicator. So that means low volatility within compression. So we are into this compression. What I want to see is like, okay, this is what I just told you, like 2000, but 2115 will be the trade. So I'm gonna call it a range between 2000 and 2116, and I want to trade out of the range, right? I want to trade out of the range. But again, if you're a range trader, you know how to trade the ranges and everything. It's not crazy to be buying here. You go to the weekly chart, you see the same formation. I know it's boring. We always do the same, but this is basically the work. The work is trying to find this picture perfect, right? Picture perfects, and then trade them so you get paid. Pretty simple. The other weird stuff, whatever, we can do the most like at any point in time when the market starts changing, we can start looking for a different setups, the different distributions, accumulations, like we were doing before when when the market drop and everything. We're looking for zones of accumulation, stuff like that. But for now, it's like we gotta play with the market's doing. So that's basically what I mean with the marketplace. So let's go with the chips.
Do you want to do Microsoft with the Fang?
Let's do Microsoft with the FANG, right? So this is another one, right? We have like 3 or 4 months of accumulation right here, 3, 4. Then we have the P formation, right? However, it dropped a little bit too much. Like it's comparing to Google, it just dropped a little bit too much. Well, that's relative. That's just my impression because we make a low right here and distribution right here at 235. So didn't want to get too aggressive with that one. Now, once we start seeing this, and again, look at the volume right here. You can use many tools, guys, right? You have this one right here, which is 232, right? Which is this level right here, 232. You can see it here. Or you can use the 214, which is like down here, which is the 3 months accumulation. So of course it's going to be longer. This one is like this one right here, the 232. You can see it here. So 232 is a key level for Microsoft. Then you add the 50 MA, then you add the 20 MA, then you have so basically what we have yesterday was a perfect storm, right? Right into support with volume, right? You have the checkout right here. Looks like the market. Look at the shoulder, the head, and the other shoulder. So we're right there. So this is sort of like the market, right? So this is one of the ones that I was trading like a market stock, right? So for Microsoft, what do we do from here? Well, we're looking at the 240, 241, right? And then over 246, and it's just a go, plain and simple, right? Again, I don't want to get too fancy here because it all depends on the market, right? So 240 and over 246, right, for new highs. Quick look at the longer time frames. Look what we're doing. That's just crazy, right? Trying to trade it right there. So I want to make sure we got either a great entry, like what we got yesterday with the market and everything that happens, or just a break. So for now, since I don't think we're gonna get it right here again at 230, I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to do it with a break. So 241.50 for tomorrow could be a good trade. Let me see where we close. Yeah, we sold off because of the market. So 241.50, that could be a momentum trade into 245. If we close over 245, keeps on, and then we see where we take it from there. Okay. Target could be 250 and 255, I assume, right? So that's Microsoft. I'll follow your lead, Kyle. Nvidia now.
Chips, yeah, chips.
Okay, Nvidia. So Nvidia, once look at this accumulation. It tried. So this is one that like if you see the chart of Google that was strong, probably Microsoft that wasn't as strong as Google, but it didn't do this, right? Like good accumulation. Then you have the P formation. Not really a P formation, but it's just like with very flat right here. It went hard and then it just went down, and now we're accumulating at 515. So what I really want to see is like 538. You see it right there. I want to see it like over all of those guys that already bought it last month, because what this can end up being is just a massive checkout. You see a massive checkout right here. Okay, so you have a big move and then the sideways move. So if you were paying attention, that would have been like a great entry, by the way, based on the monthly chart, right? So that was it. That was the market, by the way. That was the day the market dropped and it actually make a lower low. So we're here, and I think it's gonna be actually this one looks like something that I could be aggressive, Kyle and guys, like 542. Once we have all of this volume behind, like a support, right behind me, that means I'm over the volume. So I think 540, 542. Yeah, let's call it. I like that. So Nvidia over 542, sort of momentum entry, right? And then over, I wanna take off this little base right here. That's where the green line is. Over 560. Okay, that's trade number 2. And we go for 593. That's where the Bollinger Bands are. So that could be it, like 580, 590. Let's target 1. Okay. When are we reporting earnings on this one? Let me see. So this one is 520. We got plenty of time. We're still working on this. You see, it's the same chart that I like to trade. It's up, sideways. Question is where you get in, right? And how do you trade it? You trade a range, you trade a breakout, you trade a breakdown, you go counter trend, you go with the trend. So it's all based on your playbook, right? But you know, this is what we're telling you, what we normally do in the chat room, in the room, right? So that's NVIDIA. Let's do NVIDIA AMD. Not looking good for the chips. Look at this. So we have, this is even worse than NVIDIA. We got 1-2 months. We got another couple months, and now we're just, this is distribution so far. We can see it in the chart. However, the monthly is still there, right? Monthly still there. I want to see us gaining some sort of momentum to the upside, right? Like some signal of strength. Otherwise, the trade right here could be under 77 for target 174, target 271. So AMD under 77, 74, and 71. Okay. Now, when we start seeing it regaining control for the bulls, I want to see at least getting over this zone right here, which happens to be 83. Yeah, 83. I think 80, if you're shorting, 80 should be your stop. That's what, once you start going over 80, just don't try to short it, right? So basically this could be like today could be like day one for the short, and probably tomorrow we carry. Let me put an alert right there. We got targets. The good thing here is that we're still far from the MA at 67, and I think we're, well, the market profile is also telling me that we are balancing. Once we go unbalanced, we can have the momentum. If the market goes, this can go too. So, and for the long side, I want to go over 83.50. Okay. So as market changes, you're gonna start seeing me calling also some shorts that we would like to have, right? MU, that's another chip, and it was looking good till, I think it's till yesterday, right? Because look at the difference how the chips are working. So I think it's all reference. Like this one's been going up, accumulation. Finally, we're getting to 89, and now we're having trouble with the 89. So we try to break, right? So we put that 95.75. That was the call. We never triggered. So now we tested the 50 MA, right? Is that the 50? Yeah, I think that's 50 MA. So we tested the 50 MA. So what do we do here? How much support do we have? Like real support right there, apart from the 50 MA, right? Which is, it's just mathematics. So for real support, I would call really the 80, right? And we have a wall, sort of a wall right here at 86. So for me, I think we can probably do something from 86 to 80, which is almost 10% too. So MU under the break of this one, under 84.50 for targeting to 80s, right? Which happens to be also Bollinger Band, right? Now, this is pretty bearish. Like the action on this one today, I understand it could be, or some of you might see it as a range, right? But problem is we didn't make a significant new high. So we just coming off pretty much a lower high. I mean, like a failure right here to make a new high. And we do have this massive volume right here, two months pretty much, because we're on the 23rd. So I think any sign of weakness right here can be a good momentum short, right? We start getting bullish again once we go over 92. Okay, so over 90, 92. I think that was a call that we were working on Friday, over 92.50 for MU. So that's MU. We did AMD, we did NVIDIA. What's the other chip? Intel?
Intel.
Intel doesn't look as bad as MU. This one's hard. I'll play 66.40 if we need to. Okay. INTC, just play momentum over 66.40. Okay.
QCOM?
That's you, QCOM. I think QCOM has a good formation, right? We've been following that one. So I like the monthly. Look at the monthly. Looks like it's finally done with the pullback. Pullback right into its prior pivot right here at 121. So 121 is around this area right here, 123, 121. We have volume right here, so we're pretty close to volume. So we can trade 130 to 145. That one has room. So QCOM is a 130 by 145. Now, how do we trade it? We can trade momentum, and that's where my alert is over 135.50. All right. And the 135.50 should show us 140 and 145. Okay, that's Qualcomm. For that one, I like to call it. I'm pretty much. This is what I'm trading, right? You see, it was a 140 monthly buy, so this is what I'm trading on this. As long as we don't break the low, we're good. And all I want is a little bit of a pullback right here into 140, which is a 20 MA, which would start going flat. So we can take that trade. If they give us that money, that could be easy money. So we'll take it. Okay. So yeah, I think Qualcomm is in there just because the market didn't trigger today, but that could go any day. So good one, Kyle. Qualcomm, Nvidia, AMD, MU, MTC. What else, guys? Streamers.
Streamers? Yeah.
Let's go with the streamers, and then let's go with how's the mouse. So look how we just went, right? Couple months, took a breather. Now it's like right there, 197. I'm trying to find a pattern. I don't see any pattern right here that we can trade. But what the volume profile is showing me in this case is that we have a level right here, 196. You see all the volume down here, which is actually going to be the average for March. If we close like where we are, we continue going sideways or something. So 196 could be an aggressive entry for a long. If we see it, and that's a day where we have a good volume in Disney, I'll probably take it. Let me see what happened 2 days ago. So this is interesting, guys. Look at the volume they did in here. Didn't drop that much. Try to break. So I think 196.50. Let's call it. Let's call Disney over 196.50. That's a momentum trade. Try to get into 200, 203. Right? I'm not calling that many like targets after we break the 203 because honestly, I don't expect it to happen. Right? I think the market is just gonna continue doing this thing. Like, so if I start calling like 210, like remember when we were in the bullish market, right? It was just like the Fibonacci, and you put the Fibonacci at 163 and it will go and hit it. It was amazing, guys. Amazing times. Amazing times. I'm not sure if they're coming back, but yeah. For now, skip it simple. Roku. Oh my God, look at that chart. 486. So look at that. Look at that monthly, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months going higher. Now we're pulling back finally. So we have the P formation in here, then we have another P, whatever, and then just crack down. What happened right there? Why do we did that? Was that the news? No, I have no idea what happened. It was just like with the market, I think 425 all the way to 318. So it lost 100 points. Now, where are we here? Where are we here? Let's see if we have a trade right there. I think we do, guys. I think we do. Not that I dislike the company because I have nothing about the company. It's like Apple. I have nothing about the company. I just think this is a hard one to trade. But I think we have good targets. If this one starts showing us more weakness, because we can trade this level right here from what's that 1, 2, 3, 4 months ago, like the 325. So let's come and look at the daily chart. This is what I was telling you, Kyle, that I was doing research yesterday, and it's taking me so long because now it's not like we're trading here, right? Like, oh, over this one, go long, right? Over here,
Right.
go long, buy here, go long, yeah, pull back, go long. Right here is like, what do we do? Is that a broken uptrend? So like, look at this. This is one. This is the second one. So this is the one. So the people will put like probably a line right here, and that's what I will probably enter, right? So here's the thing, guys. Look at the volume that we have to the left. Look at this pivot right here. Look at this pivot right here. So we know 322, 320 is key for Roku. Write it down, right? That 322, I want to be on top of that one, right? I don't know what's going to happen, but if we break that one, that's the trade I want to be in. What's the target? 322, 340. We have nothing till probably this level right here, which put us at 282. So target one will be Bollinger Band. If you want to do it, like I'm assuming it will expand a little bit, so it will probably be 295. So I'm gonna call it more like 280 target, right? Anywhere around there. Hey, we can get 40 points on that one. I'll be happy, right? So let's see if we can enter prior to that, right? Like, if what if tomorrow, what will make it happen? Well, you guys are better momentum traders than I am, right? So you start seeing like probably a gap down that takes the prior day low. Well, it's not the prior day low, it's like 1, 2, 3 days low. So we're working with at 334, right? So a 334 Momo trade in Roku that could develop into a 322, into a 320, into a 280 on a pretty bad market day, right? And we can happen those. We remember those, right? This is what we're doing here. That's the weekly. I'm trying to find structure right here because the monthly is not telling me much. The monthly is telling me just what we talk about right here. That level that we could or not. So simple thing is like, if the weekly starts holding, then we start looking bullish again. So that will be 370, right? And then I go into my daily chart, and the 370 will be over, right over the 50 MA, right over this one. So that's a good one too. So over 370. Okay. So I think Roku's going to be in play, guys. Roku, I'm gonna have to step up to the plate and do some trading with Roku with size, which is extremely hard for me. But yeah, you guys will help me. I know. Okay, Roku. Disney. We did it. We did Roku. We're gonna do social media. The rest
Yeah.
after taking out the Facebook. So let's do. I think those charts look so bad. The Twitter. If I remember, we tried to make a new high. We just failed. So everything's looking like a head and shoulders now, huh? Because we just making lower highs, right? So is the uptrend broken? That's the first question you gotta ask. And like, well, it's not broken. It's compromised, right? Why is it compromised? Well, we make a new high, make a sort of significant new high, and now we just pull back and fail to make a new high. So at this point, it's like I cannot be that bullish, right? That's the reason I'm not that bullish anymore. At that point, like last time we spoke, we were here, so I didn't know if how far bulls were gonna be able to take this, right? When we failed to make a new high, now I'm like, okay, we're compromised. You know, the uptrend is compromised. I gotta be more careful. I gotta start looking for shorts. I gotta start looking for longs, because at this point in time, what we're dealing is we have massive amounts of volume right here, and we can see it here, right? 66. We have the 72, so we got the both of the levels right here, 66 and 72. So over 72, I'll take a look at that. I'll see how aggressive I want to be based on what the market is doing. But 66, I'm sorry, it's not 66, it's 62. We could probably get in trouble, right? This once we lose this tail, we got nothing till 55. It's worth a shot. Absolutely. So let's call Twitter over 71, TWTR over 71, bull under 63.50, bear, right? If we make it a new low, higher low, I'm sorry, I should expect this to make a new low, right? It's not the first time that we do it. This is the difference when I'm shorting right here, right? I just make a new high and now I'm shorter right here. You find me many times saying, I don't want to short this, right? This is different. We went to new low, we make a lower high. So now I'm more aggressive. Like in writing here, 61.47, you won't see me buying support or whatever. No, that's crazy. I'll probably try just to get into a short right there. So Twitter under 63.50, under 71, and then if you take the lows, of course, 61.60. Okay. Targets. The market will give us a target. The market will be like 57, which is like this base right here. That should be target. That's Twitter. Pinterest, Snap. Pinterest. Let me know if there's any comments or questions or something, because I'm this is hard. This is hard with these these charts. Analyzing these charts is getting really hard nowadays. So we have 70, 71, 24, 74, 71, 74. That was like a good base. Bullish, still a little bit bullish. Let me see the weekly. I want to do a bull case over 75.50, right? Once we start going over here. We are in this base. So I think it's safe to say that we trade that base like 70 to 75. And if we go over 75, we can probably see an 85, right? An 85 print. If we see volume, guys, otherwise it's just like I'm not a big fan of trading pins. I know I traded like during this time because you see expansion, you start seeing expansion. So I like that. You can see expansion in the Bollinger Bands too. But when there's no volatility, it's not my. So you know what? I'm just gonna call it like over 75, 70 for scalp. Not much you can tell about it. Over 75, 50 for scalp. And I call it the scalp because that means I don't expect it to go too high, right? I may be wrong, of course, but all of this noise that we have to the left needs to be resolved. So we got that one, and we get Snap. Let's see if Snap. Oh, Snap failed too. So Snap, look at the monthly chart. Look how it looks. It looks like a full reversal 180 or engulfing pattern or whatever from an excess here at 73.59. So we got the lower high, right? Same formation. You start seeing it like everywhere, right? Okay. So that's what's going on. We're making a new low. I'm sorry, a lower high, right? So we need to take this one. However, is this the same play like the one that I proposed on Twitter? Is not, right? Because we have a lot of support right here. So at this point in time, if we get to 52, am I going to short it? It's a flip of a coin, right? Quite different than what we saw on Twitter, that we have nothing till like 10% down. So this one, can it goes? Absolutely, is the same trade. If you want to take it short, like everything looks short, right? Today, 54.50, just take it. But probably a better trade will be if we go over on the 50 right here, in the 52. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get into very accurate right here. So that's 50, that's 56. 50, under 50. Once we clear this, at least this part right here, we can see it 45, 41 actually. Yep, 56 by 41. Let me see what the 50 by 41. Yeah, that's a big drop, by the way. So I'm gonna write it down because that's a big drop. If let me see, if for some reason Snap under 51, under 50 for 40, that'll be ugly. That's a 20% drop. So yeah, we gotta keep it into the books. So what else? What's fun? Payments?
Yeah, or banks.
And banks, yeah. Okay. Square, what's Square doing? We're in a daily squeeze, 2 days under. The volume is in like non-existent. We have a 3 or 4 month base, 232 that try to break. It looks like news. Yeah, that's the news. So for Square, I want to get involved on this name over 250, 260, 255. What is it here? 252, right? 252 to 60. Otherwise, got no interest on that one. Okay. SQ over 251, 252 over 260. Right. It may go. You may want to buy it 230. I don't want to do it. Right. I just want the trade. Puts me into the less pain and the less amount of mental capital spent. For PayPal, I want to go into the longer term charts because I think this one may look like a weekly could give us a trade like 255. So 255 coincides with this level right here, and we will have all of this volume right here. I like this one better, probably 255 for 280. So PayPal, that's 255 for 280. Let's do the banks, and let's start with. I know you guys did a great trade on back, right? The all-time highs, and that was like that was the day I moved. That moved a lot, 38 to 40. That's 2 points. That's a good move in a $40 stock. So where are we now? So we have big volume to. Oh no, that was big volume right here. Following day, gap down, and let's see if we find some trades in here. I don't usually trade banks, especially not Bank of America, because of the price. And if you're familiar with this strategy that calls like for 2 standard deviations right here, it's a strategy basically that looks for extended stocks. Once you go over 2 to 3 standard deviations, meaning this right here, and you start seeing the reversal, you should be short. So basically, it was a clear short. Once you put this one right here, 2, 3 standard deviation, following day, you should be short, and that's working. Target 1 is a 20-day moving average, which is hit today, right? And then, assuming you continue with the short bias, you should be testing the $34. Is that the best one? No, because of the price, but yeah, we can test 34. So I see like 2 points down. Now, if you start seeing bullion again, and whatever the market's gonna throw us at tomorrow, like the interest rates, I don't know what is it. If interest rate goes up, the markets, I don't get it. Still don't get it. So I just go by the chart, right? So Bank of America, keep an eye on that one just in case there's like nothing else to short. That could be a short. I got JP Morgan on my radar, basically the same trade, right? We're extended on the monthly. I want you guys to see it right here. So we extended like a 2.5, 2, 3 standard deviations. Then you start seeing the reversal. It is extended. Anybody can see it, right? From here to there, like it is extended. So once you see taking the low, right, of this bar, I wish it was like smaller. That would have been a better entry. But now what we have is like you have anything under 151, 150, 50, and you can probably test the 139, 140. That's for target 1, right? So we come into the daily. It doesn't look like that clear, but look at all the volume right here. So once we start getting into this volume, a lot of people would hit the stops, or I don't know if it was probably distribution. This is very unusual. Look at the high volume, right? And now we're just trapping whoever bought that day is going to be trapped. So that's basically one of my favorite trades to go short. So that's 149.40. Target 1 could be 144. Target 2 could be 140. Okay. So keep an eye for those financials in case we start. What's the quote after hours in this one? 48.98. That was a low for the day. So 48, I think is, yeah, like 148. Let's look at that. Under 148, right? Which is this little tail right here. Under 148, under 146, and then you go for 143 and 139. So we're sort of prepared for whatever the market deals to us. Let's see, Goldman still right there. So look at this, as bad as the other ones. Actually, this was a little bit better as far as the entry, right? 339. So I think JP Morgan is the one that could be giving us no call on GS. Any other bank you guys liked?
We talked about WFC last session.
Oh yeah, Wells Fargo, right? Absolutely. Yeah. Look at the difference. Look at the difference here, right? Wells Fargo is like a reversal. This is like because of all the problems they had and all this stuff. Like when you come and look at the banks, look at Goldman, look at Citi. Citi's still there. Look at JP Morgan, right? Making all-time highs or at least multi-year highs, and then there's Wells Fargo, right? So I don't know what's going on with Wells Fargo. What I do, what I do think is like, well, this is bad. I know because we went like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're still here, but we pretty much hit target one, which was $42. So we hit 41.54. However, if I go by my chart and I come into my monthly, let me see what my monthly is showing me here. Yeah, we just hit target right there, 41.60. So we're expecting that one. I don't want to, if you bearish the banks, probably the 36.34 will be your short, right? That'll be the short in Wells Fargo. Like I said, like I probably go with JP Morgan. I don't go with the Bank of America because the shorting of these low price stocks is kind of hard for me. For this one, the reason why I'm not that excited is because of this base right here, right? 37.47. So some volume, you see the P formation, which is usually bullish once you're up, is right here. So we got some support at 37. So it's like 80 cents till we probably start seeing like buyers. So let's put WFC, look for price action at 38, right? Versus 38. We make a decision right there. If it's probably a long or if it's definitely something we want to short. Let's do electric vehicles. Tesla. Look at the monthly, right? Let's look at the monthly. Let's look at the monthly. This is what we're trading, guys. Massive run. Nothing goes up in a straight line. So basically, this is a pullback. I still think it's a pullback. I don't have a Tesla. I don't like Tesla. I have nothing with Tesla. But if this is a weekly chart and I start seeing 717, 720, I'm going to be long. Okay? You can short it all you want if you like to play it here. I don't deal with that. I want the big move, right? And that's all I have, to be honest, right? So I'm looking for 720. That'll be awesome. Look to your left. Look at all the volume we have right here. All of the volume. So this is all noise, if you ask me. 634 to 7, that's 70 points. I know it's 10%. If you can get it all in one move, was a beautiful trade that he gave us. So now what I'm looking is for 717, and guys, know the ATR on your stocks. This is like a 50-point ATR. So if we go 77, we pretty much get to 789, 800 right here, 57779, right? So that could be one. That'll probably be the one that I'm looking more to do. So Tesla over 720. Some people might even get it over the 50 MA, 719, what is this, the 50 MA? 710, 720. And I'll try to ride it all the way to 790, 780, 790. Okay, so that's Tesla. If you want to short it, well, you don't need my help. Because if you're shorting is 657, there's buyers right here at 631, so you go for 20 points. That's Tesla. Then we go to XPEF, XPV. Monthly looks good. I like the 40 on the monthly. That's a reversal trade. Pullback trade on the monthly. Do you have this one in your watch list a couple days ago, Kyle?
Yeah.
Right?
Last week. We were in it last week.
I think the idea is the same, right? They're trying to break the 40. The 40 can bring us 48, 46, which is almost 20%, 15% move. So based on risk reward, I like it. I like the shot. 40 for 46 point of control, the daily point of control. 46.70. See if we have any information. This is a weekly. I like the monthly most. This is the one I like. Right? It was like nothing. I think it was a recent IPO, make a new high, trap a lot of people, 74. Now it's a pullback. Never actually trigger because the trigger is 74. So now we're into the pullback, right? Found support at 24. Now this is my anchor, right? This is the one that we're probably trading. So this could be this week or next week. You know, we know it's 40, 46. It's good risk reward. Can you give us 10 points, which is 20, 25%? Not bad. Not bad at all. So let's keep XPEF as part of our sort of reversal sort of moves. And then we have the Neos and the rest. Neo. I think I traded Neo. Yeah, that was the same day that we did the Tesla. That was the same day, right? So Neo right here. This is interesting. This is interesting. Because I don't see it right here. So there was volume done at the top. So daily buy was 60.70. That's done. Okay. This is where I want to trade Neo. Daily point of control. Look what we're doing. 45.50. So we break 40. We have a 15% move to the downside. Okay. So Neo on the 40. 435. 35 target 1, 32 target 2 on a bad day. We start going over. There's my alert right there. That's 48. So let me do this because I need this alert for tomorrow. So 40.50. It's my double, and then it's my trigger. So you see, guys, I use like a double first, and then I do this one. This one goes like, that's the one. There you go. Okay, Neo. Not anticipating anything, to be honest. I'm just trading off volume profile. It's a pure volume profile trade. Okay, that's the Neo. WK workhorse. WK chess. Wow, this is setting up, guys. Is this the one with the problem because of the non-existent orders? No, that's another one. That's physical.
They lost the contract.
But these are guys that lost the contract, right? Okay, with UPS or wherever, right? Who was it? I don't know. Okay, so this is like a 1, 2, 3 sort of. Nah, it's not monthly. Oof, these are hard. These are hard. I'm just trying to be as clean as we can as far as the chart pattern. If you take this out of, from this move here, in here, what's the entry, right? 12. That's an H.
Kind of.
Sort of. No, right? Because it's 50% drop. We break 12. I don't have anything till 6. Well, actually until 3. Who knows? Let's write it down. WKHS. Watch the 12th. Target 9 and 6. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. When do you want to get long? You want to get long if we go over 21, right? FSR, I think that's Fisker. Is this the one? I don't know which one was the one that the guy, he got interviewed. He said that he got orders and then he said like they don't have orders. Something like that. So SEC was looking into that. Anybody knows? Nobody knows. I think I'm the only one that watching the news. But problem is that I forget about them. Okay. So this one, for Fisker, if we get into 15, I just put an alert right there. Right? Do I want to short it? No, I don't want to short it. I don't want to short it because there's a lot of volume in here. And unless we have a big move down, but if we have a big move down, I think we can go with somewhere else, right? That will need the market with us. So Fisker, and then let's do, oh, we did the banks. Let's do some airplanes. So Boeing. Wow, that looks bad. What happened to Boeing? So we got a 240 for 300. We almost hit it. 280. Here's the thing. 255 is the key. So let me put it right there. So I'm trading this. Then we got the base, and the base sits between 220 and 200. So I think this is clear, a clear pattern, right? This is a weekly. So what we have is like drop, accumulate, up, drop again, or sideways, up again. It's like it moves and it bases. So it moves. So guess what it's doing? So let's see how this resolve, because I want to see it like basing around 230, 220, and then load it back up for 288, right? The monthly, yeah, that's the thing. It moved a lot fast. So I think it's just taking a break right now. Who's buying that thing at 280? I'm not. We're not. We know better. We accumulate again right here. So this is interesting, guys. We're going back to 240. So let's keep an eye on Boeing 250 to 55 for momentum trades into the long. And then let's keep an eye if we start testing the 220, right? Like if we have a really bad day in the markets or some news and we start going into the 220, 210 after like 3 or 4 or 5 days down, I'll probably be picking up some 200s and that'll be a reversal trade that I'll try to make. Why? Because of this. I got plenty of support right here and he's proving me like, yeah, it takes some time, but eventually pays you, right? So let's look at the 220 over 250 over 255 for 280. And then we can take a look at how it react to 227, 220, support resistance, right? I don't want to short it. That's I think it's clear. If you want to short, well, it's a day trade. Then it's different. You know exactly what to do. You just take the low of the day and just write it for 5 points. But that's not the point of this meeting because that will be the day trade, right? And this is not for day trading. This is for more position trading, swing trading. So you have a good go-to list of playbook stocks that you can probably execute one tomorrow. The other one is going to trigger 2 days from now. So you have a good list. Let's go into AAL. Let's see what these guys are doing. So 22 should be sort of short-term support. That's where we broke from. So again, if you're doing momentum, you can short it. I want to see it go over 23.61 again, and that's my AAL. For a momentum short, you can absolutely do it 22 for 20, and that's a 10% move too. Okay, so that's the problem. That now we can probably do a lot of these momentum, like fast 10% movers. That'll be awesome. So we got the AAL.
Mario, you want to check stores? Walmart, Costco, Target.
Let's do it. Walmart. Oh, this is good. It's a good change. I like it. Yeah. Look at the monthly. I like the monthly. That's a daily up. That's an uptrend. Didn't we talk about Walmart as a long? I think we have it like 135. Never trigger, right? Is it here? It's about to trigger. Probably tomorrow is gonna trigger. So we got good volume, lower high. And this reminds me of the chart of Peloton too, right? Similar. So that's the daily. Let me see the weekly. Looks good, and the monthly looks great. Absolutely great. So 135. Yes, guys, good call. Walmart over 135. Monthly buy. That's just for reference. The thing with it with Walmart is the target like 137, 140, 144. Okay, so it's not big. Especially if you want it, like unless it's like a day where it was doing like massive volume, this thing doesn't move. Look, even this day, making huge volume, it went 130 to 132. So ATR is like 2.4. So yep, it's good, but okay. So you want that one, you want the Costco, much better. Better ATR. ATR is 7 points. So this one is better. Score is a $340 stock, so it's more expensive. So this one already with the pattern. We had the higher low. A little late. That was a trade for today, actually. That was a trade for today. So what's the follow on this one? The only follow that we can do is momentum trade, just the momentum from the monthly chart. So we can do 343 for 353. So cost, Momo, it's momentum. And that's probably gonna hit tomorrow unless we have a bad day. So 341 for 355. Hey, good call on those. What else is moving? What else in this? TJ Maxx and those? Same pattern? No. TJX.
Dollar
No.
General. DG.
Oh, that's why this one reported yesterday, right? Oh, 3 days ago. My God. Everything seems like yesterday to me. So DG, yeah, that was last week. 75. Didn't we talk about this one as a, that we couldn't short versus that level? 175. Anyways, monthly. I like the monthly. Look at the chart. It actually looks good, right? Right at the MA. We tested the MA. We hold. So, you know, the trade is a little late for me. Because if I'm buying this pullback similar to this one, I should have been long like, my God, Friday, yesterday, the latest. Today, way I'll trade it. I'm going to have to wait for some sort of test of a 182, 190, and then try to see if we pick up momentum intraday for 210. But that's DG. Okay, so DG is no call, to be honest. Long term is over 200 for 225, but you know, for 225, but I don't see an entry right here because it's just like it just ran 25 points on me. DG, what else we have here? TJ Maxx, we said
Target.
No. Who?
Target.
Oh, TGT. Monthly chart is not the same. For TGT, I think 190, 195. It's just a break, regular break, right? Try to anticipate it. You have to have a level, a key level. The key level was 180. You can see it here, right? The 179, the 20 MA. So all of this volume right here or close to point of control, which was like 175, so 180. So at 188, if we can retest the 180, then you gotta assess and see if you want to trade the range. Is a range 172 to 200. Let's call that range, and then that way we can look at. We know exactly what we're doing. So it's in a range between 172 and 200. So over 200 is a long. If we start testing, and the MA is a 182, so we can see if we test the MA or give a pullback so we can enter, because this is good. Don't get me wrong. This is a great move, clean move out of a little consolidation right here with volume. So that's a great move, right? The problem is that yesterday and today we did take the highs and we didn't go anywhere. So, but we have the volume right here. The break on volume is amazing. So I like it. So yeah, I probably this is one that I'm most likely to trade, right? So let's look at the 185, 182, 183, 184, and let's see what the formation. So what I'll be working is just this formation right here, right? This one right here, this 1, 2, 3 that you all know, okay? This formation. That's what I want to be doing with target. Okay, what else? Wow, that's good. That's good. Look for 182, 182. How we go? 820. We got 10 more minutes. Let's do couple of a couple of cruises. 25, the 30 never broke. So
Oh, you said you wanted to do Zoom.
yes, yes. This one, put on alert 22. Let me know at 22, 22 by 30, CCL, pretty fast. I only want to trade it there. Let's do Zoom, the old close economy stocks, 309, trying to make a lower high, but this is what I like. The 350, 340, 345 for 384. So 350, sort of a reversal trade. I don't know if I want to do that. No call on Zoom. I'm gonna wait for it to break 400, 450. Zoom, Python. This one because we discussed it today. Look at the monthly, right? Look at the pullback right here into 99. That's where we are. So I'm assuming 126. Here's volume. Here's the volume that stop it, the 100. So we know we go over 126, we can probably catch some fire, right? So that's an early entry that we're attempting right here. 120, 126 for 140. Okay. I think it's similar, but just check the topics, guys, because there's a solid chart right there, and we can work with that one. So that's Python, that's Zoom, no call. Roku we did.
Etsy.
Yep. I'm sorry.
Etsy. ETSY.
Etsy, same call, 240, right? 240. Oh my God, not that one. It's this one. I was looking at AMAT for just a momentum trade, 121.50 over 124.52. Okay. Just checking on my notes right here. Beyond is the other one that I wanted to look at. It's in a daily squeeze, right? It's in a daily squeeze. We have this 140 right here. It's just so dirty, this one, but I know it moves. So what I want is that, you see, the last time we did sort of tested the daily point of control. That's why it's on my watch list, is because we're testing the daily point of control with a squeeze, a daily squeeze. So those are two things that can ignite a move. So once we start going over 40, 145 and 150, it could go, right? And the good thing about this is that if we go from there, we can probably test this base right here, which is a 166. So that gives us 10% move, around a 10% move. So I want that one too. And we were talking far eye today too, which we no longer trade. It's a monthly buy. That's the idea right here behind it, over 22. right? So yeah, just keep on alert right there. If we start going over 22, what's Fastly? We don't trade those anymore, huh? Haven't moved. Yeah, Fastly's done. Remember the day that they dropped it from 130 to 70, and it was like, okay, done. Baba, yeah, Baba, Baba. I like what he's trying to do. Longer term attempt to reversal W and M at 242.50 early entry. So I'm calling for 242, and it says the weekly and monthly. So let's see. We're trying to base, right? So what we have is an uptrend, sideways move, new high. We're retesting the breakpoint, right? And we have the NMA right here. So we have an extended move, pulling back, double testing, of course, because of the market. So the first test just went up, and now we're testing again. So what I want to have is like, I want to have some confirmation of the bulls to the upside here, and we're out of the woods. It's 222, so no problem with the earnings. This could be this could catch fire anytime. So I'm looking at the 242.60, like you can see there. I thought it was going to happen today. 242 for 260 on Baba. And the other one that just like it moves whenever we least expected is Baidu. So that one is right there. So for that one, I got the 280. I'm looking at the 280. Today did massive volume. Well, not massive, but good volume. It's good volume, above average, 132%. Um, Not really much as far as the monthly, but the weekly is right here. So that's what I want to play. Like 278, 280 on Baidu can take us to 300 and 320. So I think that's an old it's an old call. 300. So that's a good 7%, 8%. What else we have? What am I missing, guys? I know I'm missing a lot, but it's a hard market. Rocket. Are we still looking at Rocket? Wow. Yeah, that looks like a meme stock. Palantir is another one, meme stock. The trade is 27. So why do I have it on my watch list? Because it's a daily squeeze. Again, right here at daily point of control, right? So something's about to happen. It can go both ways, guys. You know, that's the beauty of this, that this doesn't give us. However, I have blue in here. So it looks like it was trying to break to the, trying to go to the upside. Over 27, that's what I want. That's what I have my alert right here, the 27, meaning I will have all of this behind me. And it's the same right here. So we have what we were trying to do on XPEF make like a more a deeper, it made a deeper pullback. So what we have here is like nothing, boom, up, new highs, pullback, and we're holding right here. So we have all this volume right here. Could be really interesting. Palantir any day is going to surprise us. So 27 is like a put alerts 27, 27, 25, 27, 50, 27, 80, 28, 30. And make sure you put us all on that trade, because if it moves, it moves. So I want to be on that one too. Anything else, guys?
Home Depot and Lowe's.
HD, those are highs, right? Yeah. So these are for me like slow trades, but actually it's been those are like, what is it, 6.2? How does it trade intraday? Let me just take a peek on that one. 15 minutes. Those are like a slow trades for me. Very trendy the day they decide to move. So I got no call here, guys. Lows could be a continuation. Yeah, just over highs. 183.80 for 190. This is momentum. Yeah. Okay. Here all buying that Doku. Totally forgot about that one. That's trying to do what Beaton is doing. 207. I wanted 224. sideways. I like the monthly chart. I like the monthly chart, which because it's putting on a long base, but you have to be done on momentum, absolutely. So 224, that's probably where I would like to get involved. 224 for 260. Very aggressive on Doku.
Dropbox, DBX.
Roblox? Is that what you say?
I said Dropbox, but sure.
Oh. DDX, hangout over 25, monthly profile, monthly. So that triggered last time. It looks like it triggered. Yes. Look at the monthly. We're out. So, oh my God, the pullback was on Friday. Not surprisingly. Yeah, we gotta trade momentum now over 28.33. And this is the reason why I don't chase, guys, because usually when you have a breakout, it could be a monthly chart, daily chart, 1 minute chart, 30-second chart, 15-minute chart, whatever chart, unless you have like a news, so you have like 2 days of massive volume, it's not gonna go. You usually pull back a little, especially when you're coming from 22 up until 28, has to come a little. So what I do usually, this is just extra, right? You come from here to here, so you know that's a fib. So you're here and then you go, right? So we should see 29, 31 bucks. That's what I do, right? So that's what I'm looking for, the pullback. Just to end on a good note, what else we have? The Netflix we did.
A pretty good list today.
I think we do, because the market's being hard. Market's been not easy for sure. Not easy for sure. I think it's demanding a lot from us. Like, you show this to anybody, like you know, I correspond with a couple of one of my mentors and another guy that used to trade with me all the time, and he's like, wow, you trading that? And I'm like, well, not really. I mean, not really. You know, if we can find, and this is the beauty, guys, every single day we'll be able to find one or two, right? The problem is deciding how you're gonna play the market, and that's what I default all the time when I talk about game plan, like a parrot, like yeah, game plan. You gotta be in tune. You gotta know exactly what you want to do, because it's one thing to trade XYZ day like this than to trade it XYZ on a day like this. So this is the market. I know it can be doing anything, right? But if you have the power of the market behind you, you're able to extract them more, right? Problem is knowing when we're like 15, 20 minutes into the trading day, what type of day it is, right? That's when the top decision needs to be made. Like, oh, do I write it? Is this going to be a day trade? Is this going to be a trend day for this one? How's the market looking? How's the market? Then you go into who's talking, Yellen, Powell, you know. now we don't have the guy with the Twitter. At least we don't have that one, because I was like unexpected, you know, surprising out of the blue at any time. But we still have a lot of news. And for guys that are new, just make sure you size correctly. Sizing is your first form of money management and risk control. If you don't know how to size, you're in trouble, right? So that's like the first rule of, you know, risk control. Sizing. Make sure you always have the right size for your account size or for your goals. So thank you, guys. And,
thanks, Mario.
Let's hope the market gives us a little better setups next time. Okay.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay, guys.
I'll see everyone in the morning.
Yep. See you tomorrow, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night.